This next question here is, when the line between food and drugs is blurred, yet there's a war on drugs globally, how can we control what we eat when food is weaponized? Wow. Okay. Well, do the work. Do the work. Meaning that what happens is that I find, and especially now, since we're getting into this, and as I said, it's a whole nother conversation. I'm even going to do an expose on it. We're going to do some premieres on it, and it's just really deep diving into vegetarian versus meat eater and what's really the benefits, the pros and cons, and all of that. But without getting into that right now, what I would say is that there's this overall act that we have in consumption where we don't really not only just investigate, but actually procure, okay? Procure your path to your consumption. So when you procure your path to your consumption, this means that you leave that morning with this mission that you're going to find someone that is able to prepare this food that you're consuming the proper way. Maybe you take the responsibility to do that yourself, but you're going to actually make the effort, which you can go to the farmer's market to have a conversation. This is why I was saying that having a communal social state of consciousness is very vital these days, because when you get into Solo, Mr. Han Solo over on the left side, doesn't even want to talk to anyone. Feels like everybody is wrong in some way or another. Never seeing the benefits of the farmers and all these kind of different people that are responsible for actually maintaining your health. It's always like a judgment is what I'm saying. That's why this whole thing with the I-ness, and I'm saying there's pros and cons to the I-ness. The I-ness is like the only God mentality. Okay, I'm the only one. There is no others before me. While on the other side is the lunar or the moon or the nature and all of that connected together saying, y'all the Baal, no. Meaning that you are totally wrong about that. You're not the only one. I mean, all right, just stay in your stuff and I'm going to stay over here. So what this also means is that you're sometimes unwilling to have a personable conversation with people, tell them what you're experiencing and see if they have a solution for it. So for me, if there's a blur in my world of the difference between food and drugs, and I'm concerned about my food being laced with all sorts of stuff, I'm going to go down to the farmer's market if I'm in a city. Right now, I'm in a country that is high on agriculture, but it still takes me to do that and actually find the farmers that grow the way that I need to consume, even go and visit the farm. Man, can I come over? They're always happy. Yeah, you can come over and take a look. You generally will never find the farmers and the people who produce food, especially naturally, say, nah, I can't let you in. This is top secret. But if you're in a processed plant or something, they're like, oh man, we have nothing but trade secrets in here and chemicals and formulas, and we can't let you in. You see what I mean? So find the people that are willing to allow you to come in and see what it is exactly that you're consuming, link up a partnership with them, because you know how that feels for them. It not only feels like they understand who they're cooking for or preparing things for, it also allows them to feel that their role, because of course with a lot of boxes sitting on the shelf, they feel less appreciated. And I'm just speaking to this directly of how you ensure that there's not something weird and wild going on with your food. And to be honest, you won't even pay more when you go right to the source. You're going to pay the price of the source, especially if you pull that in with other friends. And that's why this takes groundwork. You pull in with other friends. Yo, you trying to eat good food? Yeah. You trying to eat good food? Yeah. How much you got on? I got a 150 on it. 150 on it. That's how much I got. Oh, I got another 100 on it. All right. That's $500. Let's see how much of these fresh greens. You'll be finding that they'll even have it in an Uber delivering it to each and every house. But you got to put the intention there. If you're just stuck behind this wall of the food is poisonous and there's bad drugs and all this kind of stuff, that is actually not the solution. That may be the awareness, but it's not the solution. And this is where I'm at these days. I'm big on the solution. I'm so tired of hearing and giving the complaints. It's like me filing paperwork to somebody that I expect to solve my problem when truly I'm inclined enough to actually solve my problem. And on top of that, without me doing that, I'm becoming degenerated. I'm starting to become like, I can't solve my own problems anymore. And it's actually somebody else's responsibility to solve all of my problems. And this is not a way of becoming an adept. So this is where it all lies, and this is where it all stands.